That's right, it is completely possible to double, if not triple your sales in just the next few weeks if you implement all of what I'll be discussing in this video. What's going on, guys? It's Nate again with Digital Wealth MB, the #1 rated digital marketing agency for e-commerce and lead generation businesses. Now, I've worked with hundreds of e-commerce businesses and have owned plenty of my own over the past few years, so I know exactly what you need to be working on within your brand to maximize the overall conversion rate and bring you in more sales. And don't forget, if you guys like the content that we're posting on this channel and feel like you're getting some good value from it, then make sure to like and subscribe so that we can keep pumping out this type of content. All right, guys, so what exactly is CRO, or conversion rate optimization? Well, since we're going to be talking about e-commerce businesses in this video, conversion rate optimization is the practice of increasing the percentage of users who perform a desired action on your website, and in this case, that action is going to be purchases. For e-commerce businesses, conversion rates are going to differ per industry as well as depending on your product price and or your average order value. For example, a good conversion rate for someone selling a product that is roughly $40 may be around 5%, which I know is very attainable for low ticket e-commerce stores. A good conversion rate for someone advertising a product that is around $200 or more may be around 1 to 1.5%. So it does vary greatly depending on your product industry and price. On the other hand, I have also seen a multitude of brands selling a $75 to $150 product that is marketable to a mass audience with conversion rates as high as 6 to 8% as well. That's why I think a video like this is so important on how to achieve a higher conversion rate. Now that we've gone over exactly what CRO is, let's hop into the list of action items that you can implement today to dramatically increase the conversion rate of your store. You're going to want to make sure that you listen to all of them, all 11 of them, to see how far you can really push the needle. Tip 1, website speed. It's been shown that website conversion rates drop an average of 4.42% with each additional second of load time between 0 and 5 seconds. Basically saying that you could have 20 to 25% decrease in conversion rate if your website is taking longer than 4 to 5 seconds to load. Now, taking that into consideration, how can you increase your site speed? The first thing you can do is limit the amount of apps that you use. Think quality over quantity with apps that you download to the store. 2, make sure that you're not just optimizing for desktop, as your mobile responsiveness may perform much slower if you have not also optimized the site for mobile. 3, high quality photos and videos on your site are great, but they require a longer load time because of their file size. To help with the load times, use a file or image compressor to get the same quality out of your photos, but for much less space on the website. 4, auto cache. If you are constantly storing all of the data brought in on your website, it will inevitably make it slower over time. So setting up an auto cache for your site will keep it light and quick. 5, also, you could consider a CDN, or a content delivery network, which can store your content on another server so that you can minimize the amount of space and data kept within your website. 6, finally, and I was hesitant on giving away this gem, but consider using SEO Optimer. This website is a free SEO based audit, and it does it for your entire site, and it offers pages and pages of great action items that you can implement to make your site run faster immediately. Tip 2, a clean logo. It's important to have a logo that resonates with the audience that you're advertising to, because a logo that has too much going on inside of it may distract the user or give them the impression that you're an unprofessional brand that doesn't know what they're doing. And more often than not, a simple, clean logo is the way to go with businesses. And we've noticed anywhere between a 15 and 20% increase in conversion rate just from switching the logos from more of an art-based design to a simpler text-based logo. Tip 3, a well thought out domain. Following the same ideas and concepts within the tip above, a shorter, concise domain will perform better than an overly generic domain 9 times out of 10. This demonstrates professionalism and authority in the space, which in turn will help give users a sense of trust when browsing your website. Tip 4, sticky headers and announcement bars. Sticky headers will be geared more towards desktop users, but having a sticky menu and or sticky header on your website has resulted in conversion rate lifts upwards of 10 or more %, as it does aid in the ease of accessibility while on desktop. For both mobile and desktop users, having an announcement bar or notification bar at the top of the page aids in the congruency of the offer on the website. The notification bar is often the first thing that people will gaze their eyes over to when they land on your website, and therefore if you're offering a 30% off special or a winter sale, then stating that in the notification bar will add a sense of repetition to the website, which has been proven to result in a significant uplift in conversion rate. For example, if you didn't want to use an announcement bar on your page, simply adding more call to actions on your page can give you an increase in conversion rate upwards of 70 to 80% depending on the industry you're in and the product price. All right, guys, if you're still with me, get ready for the good stuff. Tip 5, customer reviews. I think this is one of the most underrated and underutilized tips that can be used for both dropshippers and e-commerce business owners. Having customer reviews on the website and having the amount of them displayed above the fold of your website on average boosts your conversion rate by upwards of 50%. Now let's take that a step further. You can use apps like Luke's, Judge.me, A Reviews, etc. if you want to add reviews easily to your site. But to help you have more authority and better appeal through your reviews, make sure to include images in at least a quarter of your total reviews. This will dramatically increase the purchasing confidence of customers because they can actually visualize what the product is going to look like on themselves. Tip 6, an FAQ section on the product page. FAQ pages that are placed cleanly on the product pages of websites have resulted in conversion rate increases upwards of 12 to 15% and revenue increases of upwards 15 to 20%. Most of the time when someone is scrolling down to view an accordion style FAQ section, it's because they want to know more about the product quality, the shipping times, return policy, etc. Even though you may display it somewhere else on the website, this helps build trust with customers because it gives off the perception of professionalism and confidence in the brand. A little bonus tip with FAQ sections is to place them right above the review section on your website, because most of the people that are actually viewing the FAQs on your page are those that need just a little bit more convincing before purchasing. And what better way to do that than to actually have product reviews right below the FAQ section. Make sure the FAQ section is in accordion format so that it takes up less room and doesn't make the product page look too long or seemingly disorganized. Tip 7, fast delivery times and display their delivery date. Now this is going to be geared towards more established e-commerce brands because not many dropshippers are going to be able to get their shipping times to under 1 to 2 weeks. Interestingly enough, having 1 to 3 day shipping times and displaying the potential fixed date that their product could arrive on the website has resulted in an average conversion rate boost of roughly 46%, which is absolutely insane. Fast shipping times are hard to come by nowadays, so if you're able to crack the code and afford faster shipping times through domestic inventory management, you're drastically setting yourself apart from the rest of the competition. Tip 8, the add to cart button and dynamic checkout combo. It's important to consider the ways that you're displaying your call to actions on the website because simple tweaks in the size, color, text, and or positioning can dramatically increase the click-through rate of those call to actions and the overall conversion rate of the website. Here are a quick few considerations for your add to cart button to increase the click-through rate by upwards of 50% and the conversion rate by upwards of 10 to 15%. 1, rounded corners are more friendly and attract more customers. 2, select a color gradient that helps your button stand out yet matches your brand colors. 3, add a thin border or a light shadow behind it to help it pop. 4, consider a button hover effect to make your site feel more engaging and interactive. 5, add a dynamic checkout button beneath your add to cart. Consider adding a dynamic checkout feature which will allow users to pay directly and immediately with their browser associated payment method like Apple Pay, PayPal, or Google Pay, for example. Just having PayPal listed in this dynamic checkout feature can lift conversion rates by up to 28%. Tip 9, UGC on product pages. Websites that just have UGC on them, not those that have UGC which is interacted with, have conversion rate increases of around 10%. But get this, those that have websites where the user interacts with the UGC content have an uplift in conversion rate around 100%. As mentioned in the article here, UGC is no longer exceptional. If you want to pose as a professional brand and convert like those established brands, then you need to get UGC on your product pages as soon as possible. Tip 10, 3D product images. Having the ability on your product pages to click onto the product, rotate it, and see a full 360-degree view of it has resulted in conversion rate increases of around 20 to 30%, even after all of the above tips have been implemented. Not many people are utilizing the benefits of 3D imagery because it can be expensive, but it is well worth it if you are advertising high-ticket products or if you have already done the above mentioned tips. Not only has this tip seen an increase of 20 to 30% in conversion rates, but it's also seen a 30 to 40% increase in add to cart rate as well. well. If you need someone to do this for you, just look up a 3D graphic designer on Fiverr or Upwork and you can outsource someone for a fairly affordable rate to get this done. Tip 11, improve the checkout experience. Now, improving the checkout experience includes more than just one thing. Instead, this includes everything from having a congruent banner on the checkout page, having multiple payment methods, adding trust badges, and including downsells and upsells. For example, if you add an exit intent page to your site and your checkout page, when someone is looking to click off of your page or click the back button, they will be prompted with a discount code or a promotional message, which some sites like RichPage increase their conversion rate by 316% through just split testing exit intent pages. Now, when checking out, make sure that the checkout page banner is congruent with your friendly brand message and imagery so that there doesn't feel like there's any disparity once a user moves through the buying journey. In regard to payment methods, offering the right payment method, while that could be PayPal, Apple Pay, Visa, Amex, etc., can boost your conversion rate by upwards of 30%. And not only this, but 60% of customers in this study have also noted that they have not made purchases in the past because the website did not have any trust badges to help them feel safe about inputting their card information on the site. Now, I know that was a lot of information packed into this short video, so I do recommend going back and rewatching it a couple times just to see if you missed anything that may be of use to you. And after going over all of this, how do you properly split test these CRO tips? Well, if you're getting enough traffic through your website, you can use a site like Google Optimize, which will allow you to perform experiments by sending a percentage of your traffic to the landing page with the split test variable and the rest of the traffic to your control group landing page. Realistically, you can perform successful tests over the course of 2 weeks. So if you notice that there was a successful test, then you can go ahead and implement that test to the original website and continue testing by repeating this process. All right, guys, that sums up this CRO for e-commerce businesses video. If you do like this type of content, make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.